morning. Happy Friday. Welcome to the garden. I have coffee. I haven't done one of these videos in a few weeks. It has been so hot and it gets like this like pretty much every year, but I always forget how hot it can get here. It's been like in the mid 90s every day, and right now it's like 72 out, which is not bad temperature wise, but it's also like 90% humidity. So it's fabulous out. Made some coffee. I watered everything that needed watered this morning, which is pretty much everything in this front half of the garden where I am. This is the pole beans behind me. Got everything watered. I did actually plant some more seeds yesterday morning. I pulled up the peas finally and planted another Muncher cucumber and some Kentucky Wonder pole beans. I was originally going to plant that whole side of that panel with beans, but I am getting beans from my bean plants now, and it's like quite a bit already, and the purple potteds back here haven't even started producing yet. So when those start producing, I'm gonna probably be inundated with beans. So I decided I didn't probably need that many more beans. So I planted some more Muncher cucumbers, which are just like small, like gherkin size cucumbers. So super excited for those. I wanted to show you this mug because it's super cool. I don't know if I've ever had this mug on a video before. This mug is from Mystic Manor at Hong Kong Disneyland. And Mystic Manor is the haunted mansion basically of Hong Kong Disneyland. And my childhood best friend, her husband used to be an Imagineer, and he was on the team that was in Shanghai when they were building Shanghai Disneyland. And they went on a couple research trips to Hong Kong Disneyland, and he brought me back this mug. So I thought that was super cool. I love this mug. It has the whole gang on the back getting scared, and I love it. So this morning I have basically one goal while I'm out here in the humidity. It is to drink some coffee. Okay, this is like more than one goal. It's drink some coffee, talk to you guys, and also pick some beans. I brought my little harvesting basket out here. This harvesting basket I use is actually a collapsible, I think they called it a wash tub from Aldi. I got this last summer, but I do know that they did bring these back for this summer. It's collapsible. It has a whole nother layer that can come out, but I usually just leave it like this if I'm doing stuff like beans, because I'm not to the point where I'm filling this up yet. But it's nice because it can collapse down smaller than this, and I just stick it in my cabinet in my kitchen, and then when I need to harvest, I can just come right out and grab it on my way out. Because my back door is approximately 5 feet from my garden. So this is great. I also use just like a little colander I have from the dollar store. Works out well for like small things, like if I just need to go grab some basil for a meal, I can just use that, or I just use my hand, or you know, whatever. Now I have been thinking, once I get a wider variety of stuff, cucumbers, more tomatoes, some peppers, I'm thinking about doing a video about how to store all of your harvest. Not necessarily preserve it, like can it or freeze it, but how to store it in terms of leave it on the counter, put it in the fridge, blah, blah, blah. So look for that later this summer. Once I start getting cucumbers, I think that's probably when I'll do that, because I only have beans and maybe a tomato right now. There are some peppers, I probably, like jalapenos I could pick, but I'm not picking them yet. They're just little, puny little dudes. So, yeah, I also went to Menards 2 days ago because I'm having a Japanese beetle problem, and I didn't really have this last year, or maybe I didn't know it, I don't know. But I went to Menards and I bought this trap. It's called a Bag-A-Bug. It's from Spectracide. It was like $4. And it's basically just a bag that you hang on something. I have it across the yard over here hanging on a shepherd's hook, and it has this like pheromone thing that you like open up and you like put it on the trap, and they're attracted to it obviously, and then they fall in the bag and then they can't get back out. So it's working. I checked it yesterday morning and there was probably like 15 of them in there, so that's good. $4 well spent if it saves my beans. And I think they were eating my cucumbers also, because my one cucumber has some holes in one of the leaves. So I am gonna pick some beans. All right, so here's today's rattlesnake pole bean harvest. Some of these, so if you look at the picture, I got these from Baker Creek. If you look at the picture on the website, you see beans that look kind of like this. They have like the purple streaking. You only get the purple streaking if they are in the sunlight. So like this bean was just underneath the plant, so it's not gonna have the purple streaking, but these are absolutely delicious. We ate our first like meal with beans from the garden last night, and I just used a mixture of all the beans we had, and it was so good. Basically all I did was I took the beans and I left them, I took the tops off, but I just left them whole and put them in a tiny bit of olive oil, tossed them around with some salt and pepper, some big chunky salt and pepper, and I put them in the air fryer on, I think it was like 400 for about 15 minutes, and they were so good. So if you have an air fryer, try that. Now our air fryer actually has a rotisserie in it, and it has like a basket, so I put them in that, and so they were constantly turning. I don't know if that makes a difference versus the just like the basket and taking it out and shaking it. I have no idea. I haven't tried it that way, but I will try it that way. So I don't know, but they were so good. So I'm gonna go over to the bush bean patch now and pick some more beans, because this basket is going to turn from this to very, you know, quite a bit of beans here in just the next couple minutes. All right, here's our bean basket. So that's a pretty decent harvest for today. These are, I think, the top crop bean. I did pick a couple jades also, but I can't, this might be a jade, I don't know. They look slightly different. Actually, this one might be a jade. You see they're a little bit different color, but they're, I don't know, I can't tell. I know which plants are which, but I don't know when the beans come off which are which. The only ones that have not produced yet besides the purple potted pole beans are the dragon tongue bush beans. Now those went in the ground a couple weeks after everything else, so I'm not surprised, but they should be producing here in the next few days. The Royal Burgundy bush beans that I planted, I only picked 3 off those today. They are, I don't know, they may need to get, they may be nearing the end of their life cycle, but I'm not really sure. I haven't picked that many off of them though. There are more flowers on them, so I'm gonna leave them and just see what happens. I did plant some more beans in the bush bean patch probably about 2 weeks ago. Those are coming in nicely. So I am getting beans, I am happy, and just picked me a little yellow squash. This is the only one on the plant, and now it's in my hand. So this is exciting. There's a zucchini also. I think I'm gonna go grab that too, because it's gonna get big fast. So this is a Black Beauty zucchini. I did not plant this. I mean, I did, obviously. My grandpa started these from seed and I took one of them. I have not gotten any zucchinis off my Italian striped yet, which is the one that I started from seed. I direct sowed in that bag. It's in that bag, but it just hasn't done anything yet, so I don't know. So here's our harvest for this morning. How fun. So I'm gonna go find my coffee. I think I put it down over here, and go inside and put this stuff in the sink to soak for a bit. So thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next one.